The life of a mother-daughter duo in Alaska. In Alaska, a mother and daughter live in the wilderness, relying on hunting caribou and moose to survive the harsh winters. Not only do they possess extensive survival skills, but they are also highly proficient in repairing vehicles and modifying trucks to suit the rugged terrain. Life in the Susitna River Valley. In the Susitna River Valley, a region spanning over 300 miles of thawing snow, abundant with fish and wildlife, Martha and her daughter Ellie have set up camp. This location is ideal for hunting, which is why they chose to base themselves here. 2 days ago, they established a primary camp and planned to live in the wild for the next 3 weeks. This year, they aim to gather at least 2,000 pounds of meat to help the elders in their tribe endure the brutal winter. At this time of year, herds of caribou often migrate south from the Arctic, providing hunters with favorable opportunities. If they are fortunate enough to catch up with a herd, they might reach their goal within days. After hours of searching, the duo spotted a small herd about 3 kilometers away. Despite the distance, they decided to move closer, as there were no better options nearby. After an hour of navigating challenging terrain, Martha and Ellie arrived and saw the herd heading into the forest. To catch up, they had to leave their backpacks behind, carrying only the essentials as they picked up speed. Upon nearing the herd, they spotted 2 caribou at a manageable distance. Ellie skillfully took down the first one, and Martha calmly brought down the second. Both animals were killed instantly, avoiding the need for further pursuit. Each caribou weighed around 200 pounds of meat, but they were about 2 to 3 kilometers from camp. The duo needed to return to retrieve their truck for transportation. As night fell, their journey became more challenging, and Martha grew concerned that predators like wolves or bears might find the caribou before they could return. The moose hunt. With the caribou task completed, Martha and Ellie turned their focus to moose hunting. These animals are permanent residents of the area and can provide 3 to 4 times more meat than a caribou. They drove to the river's lower reaches, where dense forests offer an ideal habitat for moose. Although the map indicated a distance of just 40 kilometers, the rugged roads effectively doubled the journey. Martha drove their specialized truck over rough terrain, but a punctured tire soon interrupted their progress. Changing the tire was no simple task, as the spare weighed nearly 200 pounds and required a pulley system for installation. After hours of effort, they resumed their journey. As they approached their destination, a massive mud path obstructed their route. With no nearby trees for anchoring, they used a self-made ground anchor to pull the truck free. After much persistence, the vehicle finally cleared the obstacle, and they reached their target area before nightfall. A special birthday. The next day, the duo prepared to hunt moose. It was also Ellie's 13th birthday, and Martha gifted her a special butterfly knife crafted from the antlers of a moose they had hunted the previous year. After scouring the surrounding areas without spotting any game, they climbed a small hill. From the vantage point, they spotted a large moose. With daylight fading, they split up to approach the animal from 2 directions. Martha landed the first shot, but the moose staggered toward the forest. Before it could escape out of sight, she delivered a critical second shot. The massive animal weighed over 1,000 pounds and yielded approximately 600 to 700 pounds of meat. As night had fallen, they decided to set up a temporary shelter and process the moose on site rather than transport it whole. Ellie used her new butterfly knife for the first time to skin the moose, noting how much faster it was compared to their older knives. Mission accomplished. With their haul complete, Martha and Ellie had met their annual goal. They returned to camp to prepare for transporting the meat back to the tribe. However, traversing the rugged terrain remained a formidable challenge. While descending a steep hill, they discovered a brake system failure caused by a fluid leak. Using her mechanical expertise, Martha quickly patched the leak, refilled the brake fluid, and bled the system to restore functionality. They carefully navigated the remaining distance and safely returned to camp, preparing for winter. With Alaska's 7-month-long winter on the horizon, the mother-daughter team didn't rest. They began preparing a new snow vehicle, modifying it with track systems for better traction on thick snow. While Ellie gradually learned to drive and repair vehicles, Martha continuously passed down her mechanical knowledge. They also repaired and upgraded a large truck for the next hunting season, raising its suspension, installing larger tires, and enhancing its shocks to tackle the extreme terrain. Reflection and conclusion. Before leaving the hunting grounds, they conducted a ceremony to honor the tribe's late elders. They then returned home, readying themselves for the long winter ahead. Life in Alaska is no easy feat, but through their skills, ingenuity, and resilience, Martha and Ellie have proven their ability to adapt and thrive in the unforgiving wilderness.